Many of the elites in the world will be in one place on November 30th, and you're gonna wanna be there in New York as well. Look at this. The New York Times is hosting an annual DealBook Summit on November 30th, and all of your favorite villains will be coming to town. Take a look at this criminal lineup. So we've got people like Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, Sam Bankman-Fried, Shu Chu, the TikTok CEO, Larry Fink, BlackRock chairman, Reed Hastings, Netflix founder, our boy Andy Jassy, the Amazon president and CEO, Van Jones, Mike Pence, Benjamin Netanyahu, the former prime minister of Israel, the extreme far-right prime minister of Israel. Zelensky will be there. Janet Yellen will be there. Mark Zuckerberg will be there. A lot of very powerful people and a lot of people who have been up to absolutely no good. So this event will be hosted by Andrew Ross Sorkin, who said the following: "We're thrilled to be returning to an in-person gathering this year, convening the major power brokers and innovators who have been the cornerstone of the DealBook Summit year after year. Every year, we bring together the most consequential people at the intersection of business, policy, and culture that are impacting society. The conversations this year will address the complicated, turbulent global landscape and seek to find solutions for the future of business, tech, policy, and more." Wow. Sounds like a long way of saying we're gathering together the evil people who run this country for profit instead of in the interests of the people. And so people are going to rock up to this to let them know that this kind of world order is unacceptable. Here's what Chris Smalls posted to Instagram with photos of the attendees, including Andy Jassy. He said, "Nightmare blunt rotation. All I want to know is who's with me. Shutting this stuff down." With the address 10 Columbus Circle, New York, New York, at 8 a.m. until they piss off the people in power. They want Andy Jassy to come to the table and negotiate with their contract, but a lot of people are showing up just because they think it's unacceptable that this many members of the elite class in the United States are having a big meeting to celebrate their successes and probably make plans for continued corporate overlord rule of us, the plebs. So people in power will not change things unless they're made uncomfortable. And showing up to events like this to send a message, that will make them uncomfortable. That is how we get change, and thankfully there are people willing to come together and make that happen. Ben?
Yeah, I don't know that everybody on the list is evil. There's a couple of
yep, not so bad.
Of not so bad people on there. I mean, Ben Affleck will be there on behalf of Artist Equity. The question on everybody's mind is, will he bring J-Lo? I hope so. J-Lo can diffuse any situation. Mike Pence, though, in what planet is he one of the consequential people? He's not even consequential in his own household. He's decision maker number 2 in his own household and decision maker number 7,000 in his own country. In what way is anybody listening to Mike Pence? The guy is starting the slowest, weakest rollout of a presidential campaign possible. And the man who wanted to have him killed on Jan 6, he's still on the fence about how he feels about him. Also, probably as a programming note to the good people at the New York Times, probably was the wrong call to call their session with Mike Pence Hang with Mike Pence. I don't think that was necessary. Seemed like it was too soon for me to call it that, but whatevs, you know.
And the reason for anyone who doesn't know that is a big deal, if you haven't keeping up with the January 6th coverage, it's because people were literally chanting, "Hang Mike Pence." So to call it hanging with—
No, it's not actually called that. I was just kidding. It's not actually called that.
Oh my God, but I thought you were serious. I wouldn't put it past the New York Times. They're absolutely tone deaf. Let's be real. Headlines these days like Onion articles.
But it is a good chance to hang with Mike Pence, so you can get your tickets now.